My daughter's fingers were ice cold when she slipped them into mine. We were standing at the bus stop in the December wind of Chicago. 2 suitcases, 2 exhausted souls, and nowhere else to go. That's when a black Mercedes rolled to a slow stop in front of us. The window lowered and I saw her, my Aunt Linda. She looked like she hadn't slept in weeks. Her voice shook like she was carrying a secret she wasn't supposed to say aloud. "Get in, Emily, quick. I need to tell you something." Something about her urgency didn't scare me. Steadied me. Because deep down I already knew the truth was close. Finally, painfully close. My husband, Daniel Harper, used to smile at me like I was the center of his universe. At least that's how I remember it. Or maybe I only remember it that way because back then, I desperately needed to believe someone loved me. We married young. Built everything from scratch. A tiny convenience store, a rented apartment that smelled like fresh paint and hope. He used to hold my hand like I was his anchor. But anchors don't always save you. Sometimes they drag you straight to the bottom. No body. No clues. No signs of life. Just a 6-year-old girl asking questions I couldn't answer. And a bed that suddenly felt too big. His family didn't mourn. They blamed me. A woman without a husband becomes an inconvenience. A weight. Last month they finally threw me out. Called me bad luck. Said I kept inviting tragedy. I didn't fight back, not because I was weak. I didn't fight because I had finally started to notice things hidden in plain sight. A year after his disappearance I checked his bank account, just to torture myself with numbers I couldn't touch anymore. That's when I noticed it. Small transfers. Regular. Precise. Someone was keeping his account alive. Then came the text message. Unknown number. 2:14 a.m. Tell her I'm fine. Don't call again. I never told the police. Never confronted anyone. I didn't even cry. I listened. People talk loudly around someone they consider broken. People slip up around someone they think is harmless. I acted heartbroken. Quiet. Confused. Invisible. While I was busy collecting names. Connections. Patterns. Chris Harper. Daniel's cousin. The one who suddenly took over our shop. The one who avoided looking at me. The one who suddenly had money he never earned. Piece by piece, everything began to click. Loud, sharp, undeniable. I stopped waiting for miracles. I prepared for war. I studied property laws, inheritance rights, financial tracing. While pretending I didn't know how to fill out a simple form. I documented everything. Every transaction. Every suspicious deposit. Every legal tie I still had to our assets. Then I used the last hidden cash I'd saved and hired a private investigator. When he came back with photos, my blood didn't run cold. It boiled. Daniel was alive. Living in another city. With a woman. With a newborn baby in his arms. In a house bought with my work, my sweat, my sacrifices. He wasn't kidnapped. He wasn't hurt. He just left. And Chris helped him. I didn't confront them. Confrontation gives warning. I preferred consequences. I filed a fraudulent missing person case. Froze all business assets legally tied to me. Filed charges against Chris for financial misuse. Claimed full inheritance of Daniel's share under presumed death law. I knew the moment the government traced him he'd panic. He'd have to come out of hiding. And he did. 2 weeks later the police called. Your husband is alive. He came to dispute the inheritance. Alive. Desperate. Exposed. I felt nothing. Just precision. The car door opened. My daughter climbed in. I followed and Aunt Linda gripped the steering wheel like it was the only thing keeping her steady. He whispered. Emily, he didn't go missing. He ran. Chris helped him. They said you'd ruin their plans if you stayed. But now they're fighting because Daniel wants his life back. I waited. No shock. No heartbreak. She finished quietly. Chris told the police he took Daniel's place. He won't give it back. I finally spoke. Good. It's time they both answer for it. Daniel froze when he saw me like a ghost had returned to collect a debt. Chris looked worse, sweating, shaking, eyes wild. I stood straight, my daughter on my hip, evidence in my bag. 3 years of survival turned into a single sentence. 3 years you stole my life and built yourself a new one. I'm not here for explanations. I'm here for closure. The officers led them away. Fraud, conspiracy, abandonment, property theft. Their downfall echoed in their footsteps. I never looked away. When the door shut behind them, my chest loosened, not with pain, with control. My aunt grabbed my hand. "Are you okay?" I smiled. "So, steady. Unbreakable. I didn't just survive. I won." They both learned what it costs to erase me. And as I walked back to the car with my daughter's small fingers wrapped around mine, I felt something I hadn't felt in years. Power.